We're gonna be cooking in the kitchen today. Gonna be cooking in Victini's kitchen today. I'm super excited. Very, very hyped up today, but super excited. I can't wait to share what today's video is going to be today. But today we're gonna be trying something brand new. I've never made it before, and we're gonna be making some egg tarts. It's gonna be super delicious and super easy, and just it's gonna be awesome. I'm super hyped up for it. But yeah, we're gonna be making some egg tarts today, and I found this really simple recipe, and I'm kind of making it my own a little bit. But we're gonna be trying to make egg tarts today for the very first time. It's super exciting, and we're gonna be using the Phyllo Dough like pie crust version today. There's many different versions of egg tarts, so this is the first one we're gonna try. We're gonna try them all eventually, but today we're gonna be doing the Phyllo Dough crust today. So it's gonna be super easy, and hopefully I'll be making them in a quick fashion. You know, sometimes when it's a little bit hands-on like this, it takes me a little bit, but I'll be sure to edit it. So, but thank you so much everyone for joining me today, and I hope you all are having a wonderful day. And if you're new here, I'm Amanda, aka Victini, and yeah, we do a lot of fun stuff on this channel. We do a lot of cooking videos, and you know, like mukbangs and food reviews and K-pop, and we talk about movies and live streams and vlogs and all kinds of stuff. We do quite a lot on the channel, lots of fun stuff, and there's lots of more fun stuff coming up too. Spoilers, but yeah, we're gonna be making egg tarts today. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started because I'm super excited. We get to try it right there. Here's some of our ingredients we're going to be using today, and I already have cracked in this bowl. We have some 3 eggs, and they're actually really large eggs this time. You know, sometimes they're a little bit smaller, but today they're really big. And then we got some olive oil in this little container, and then I got my little brush handy for the Phyllo Dough. Like I mentioned, we're going to be using the Phyllo Dough pie crust method today. And then we have some vanilla and some evaporated milk and sugar and cornstarch and regular milk and all kinds of good stuff. So let's go ahead and keep cooking. I do. Okay, now's the exciting part. We get to cook our egg tarts. Yay! Super excited. But yeah, like I said, we have our nice 3 eggs in this bowl. I'm just going to whisk them up just a little bit, just to kind of get them broken up and all nice and fluffy. So just kind of mix it. There you go. You guys can see it like this. So we're just mixing our eggs together. And then we're going to be adding just a splash of vanilla. If I can get the lid, there we go. Probably about a teaspoon or so, maybe 2 teaspoons, something like that. And then we're going to be whisking this together again. And then what I have here is a can, I already have it open, of evaporated milk. And what I'm going to do, the recipe calls for 2 cups of liquid. So I'm just going to top off with whatever's left. It looks like maybe about ½ a cup. So I'm going to be pouring a ½ cup of just regular, this is 2% milk, to make up our 2 cups in our liquid. So just need to top it off with a little bit of liquid. Yeah, it's about a ½ cup. Boop, there we go. Okay, so there's our liquid. Okay, so let's go ahead and, I gotta be careful, I don't want to dump our cornstarch over. Let me move this out of the way just for a second. Okay, so here's our eggs, and here's our wonderful milk mixture. So I have 2 cups of milk in this nice little container, so I'm gonna be pouring this into our eggs very slowly. Okay, let's set up. Ooh, I popped some on the floor. That's okay. Okay, we're gonna be using that container in just a second, so I don't want to, you know, get rid of that yet. So we got that, and then we just need, we just need the. We're gonna be putting our cornstarch in now. This is just regular cornstarch, and we're gonna be putting 2 tablespoons in. So here's 1 tablespoon. Let me see that. Here's 1 tablespoon. Boop, and then 2 tablespoons. Is the other tablespoon? Boop. Okay, so there's our cornstarch. Get this all nicely mixed together. Make sure to whisk this up really well. But it's okay, even if it has a little bit of lumps, it's okay. I'm gonna try and whisk it real well. Oh, it smells so good already. It smells so vanilla-y and just, ooh, yum. Yeah, I've really been wanting to make these egg tarts for quite a long time. This is, like I said, this is my first time I have ever made egg tarts, and they are just one of my super favorite things in this world. It's super delicious, and I always try to try an egg tart whenever I see it, and whether it's the restaurants or whoever has it. So I'm just trying to whisk this up really well, make sure there's no lumps. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, and then now we're going to be adding our ½ a cup of sugar. Okay, and the sugar, here's Here's a half a cup of sugar. The sugar is to taste. Some people were saying, you know, they like a little bit more or even a little bit less sugar than this. So I kind of just went in the middle because, like I said, this is the first time I've ever made them. So I don't know what the sweetness will be like, but this should be fine for me. But if you want to put a little bit more sugar, you totally can. Okay. Okay, we got our liquid all nice and put together. Okay, let me show you guys real quick. And here's our wonderful egg tart liquid. It just looks so, so good. It looks so creamy and delicious, and it smells so good, so vanilla-y. So now it's the exciting part. We get to work with our phyllo dough now. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I'm back now. I got it all cleaned up, and I have a nice clean surface and nice clean hands. So what we're going to be doing is I have a roll of this phyllo dough that has been defrosting in the refrigerator overnight, and in the box there comes 2 rolls. So we're just going to be working with 1 roll today, and we're just going to gently unroll it. And like I said, this is a nice clean surface, and we're just going to try to gently unroll it. It's a little bit fragile, so just be careful when you go to work with it. Just a little bit. Okay, there we go. And it defrosted really, really nicely, so that did really good. And then what I'm going to do is right over here is I have this nice clean flat. This is one of my biggest clean flat surfaces. It's a baking sheet, and if you have like a cutting board or something to work with, you could use that as well. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to try and count 5 of these layers. It comes in these really thin, like sheets of dough. I don't know if you see that, super, super thin. But I'm going to count out 5 of these. So 1, 2, 3, if I can get a hold of it, 3, and then 4, and 5. Okay. All right, now we're going to take our 5 sheets of phyllo dough pastry, and okay, I'm trying to figure this out. I watched a online tutorial, and their phyllo dough that they were working with, I think, was a little bit bigger than this. So I'm wondering if I don't know. They were cutting it in 3 like this, but I almost think that might be just a little bit too small with our nice. We're going to be making egg tarts in this nice muffin pan. So I'm wondering if I have to just cut it in half, and then we'll go from there. Okay, let me cut it in half because I just don't think it's gonna thirds is too little for this size muffin pan. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna be cutting this in half. It's very gently, and I have a very sharp knife, so just be careful when you're using knives and things. Just be careful. So I'm gonna cut it in half. So I'm gonna have to deviate a little bit from my plan originally. Just make sure it's just cut all the way through. But like I said, you just have to, wing it sometimes in the kitchen. And like I said, this is my very first time making egg tarts. So I'm trying to make sure I have plenty of, so I'll probably still get 3, maybe. I'm trying to line it up. Okay, so now I've just cut it in the middle, all down lengthwise. And now I'm just making another cut to make these little squares. I'll show you in just a second. Let me get this cut. I'm trying to cut it as evenly as I can. Okay, so what we've done with our 5 sheets is we've made these little squares. So these are what are going to be filling our muffin pans. So okay, just got to cut one more strip to make this. Will end up making 6 of these pie crust based of these phyllo doughs. So I'll have to get another 5 sheets in just a minute and do this again for the other 6. So in the video, like I said, their phyllo dough I think was just a little bit wider than what I'm working with here. So they were getting 3, but I only got 2 rows. So I'm going to be needing another 5 sheets to fill up our 12 count muffin pan. So I'll do that in just a second. Let's go ahead and finish these. And I'll set my knife right there. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna, I just need a little bit more room, so I'm just scooting these over just a little bit, like this. Okay, so with this first one, what we're gonna do is we're gonna just take off the layers just one by one. Okay, there we go. I got my 1 layer. Okay, here's our first layer. So I'm just gonna put it in like at this sort of an angle, And we're going to try and make like a kind of like a star pattern to fill out our muffin pan, like liners, because it's not quite, I won't fill it up like at the top and stuff, so it has to have a nice round base. And what I'm doing is I'm taking our little brush that we have here with this this is actually baking olive oil. It's like a very, very light flavored olive oil, but I'm sure you can use whatever olive oil or even oil or butter, whatever you prefer. I don't see why that would make a difference in this situation. It should be super tasty. But yeah, so I'm just getting our little liners ready. Okay, now I'm going to come back to this, and I'm going to start to brush just a little bit of olive oil on each of our sheets right here. This is a nice thin layer. Okay, and then we got to grab another one of our sheets right here, and we're just going to put it in like an opposite angle. So I'll pick it up and show you. See what I'm doing? I'm making like a kind of like a star pattern, or like a stop sign, kind of like that. Like I said, I don't really bake all that often, so I'm not super familiar with all the baking terms and things. I'm just winging it, and I just thought egg tarts sounded really, really delicious, so I just thought we could make them together, because this is the first time. And then I'm putting on our third layer. This is what it looks like after the third layer. And you want to be, I was told you want to be a little bit generous, but not too generous with the olive oil. So, did it break? I don't know. Okay, I'll just put it down anyway. And then we just got this one, like this right here. Something like that. There we go. Okay, just press it, just a tiny little bit of olive oil, because this will be what the filling actually touches. So. Okay, so here we have one of these down. So here's one of our beautiful, it actually turned out really beautifully. Here's one of our pastries, and then let me move this to the side so I can show you real quick. And then here's our wonderful, it's really pretty, it's our muffin tin that we're going to be using today. This is just a regular size muffin tin. It's not the mini or the jumbo, it's like the middle version. So we're just going to be putting this, or I'll try this one, maybe you can see this one better. So I'm just going to gently lay it in our nicely greased muffin cup, and I'm just going to gently, just with my fingers, make sure it gets into all of the corners. And that and make sure that it didn't like unevenly put it, you know, make sure the like pie crust is all the way to on all the edges on all the sides. So it's like a little bit tall on this side, so I'm gonna just shove it over on this side a little bit. Okay, so here we go. Boom, we have one of our wonderful phyllo pastry crust ready. So I'm actually going to take a break for just a second, and because this will take me quite a while, so give me a second, and I'll get going with this, and I'll come back in just a second. Hi, dude. Okay, we're back now, finally, 2 weeks later. No, I'm just kidding. It only took me a couple of minutes, but there's finally our 12 phyllo cup egg tart filling things. What's it called? Like pie crust, thank you. But yeah, now we're just going to be filling it, and remember I said we were going to save this little nice container, and it'll be our pitcher, and we're just going to pour some filling into each of these. I'll try to be very careful and try not to overfill it. But see, it just makes it really handy when you have this style pitcher. You can just pour it right in. And let's make our way down the line. Oh, I'm just so excited. And the phyllo cup, that was super, super simple. It was really easy. And like I said, I don't have a lot of experience with like baking and different things. So I saw this technique. I was like, oh, that's not too bad. I could probably handle that. So I just thought we could try it. And as you guys know, I love egg tarts. It's one of my very, very favorite things. It's just super, super delicious and so simple. It's such a classic flavor for me, and I just love it so, so much. But man, this is really a nice pour thing. This is really working out really good. And then I forgot to mention, once I got the phyllo that I needed out of the package, I put the package immediately back in the refrigerator just to make sure the dough didn't get dried out. It was just, you know, you just gotta be very careful when you're working with phyllo dough. It could dry out on you, but yeah, this is working out perfectly. And then I actually have a little bit of filling left over, so let me grab that real quick, and I'll try to use it up on these. Give me just a second. Okay, I'm back. I have a little bit of refill of filling. I'm just going to try and use it up just gently without overflowing these. But these just turned out so, so beautifully. It was so easy, and it was just so festive. You know, you could use these for parties or birthdays or just any sort of celebration, or even just after a delicious dinner or breakfast. I would just eat these for breakfast. It would be super delicious. Oh man, it'd be so good to have egg tarts for breakfast. And you could probably put different fillings in these if you wanted to, and you can make them savory or sweet. And they just look so, so good. So let's just go ahead and give this one a little bit more. Okay, here we go. Okay, we finally did it. Let me go ahead and give you one last look, and then we'll stick them in the oven. Yeah, it's very exciting to take their time. And here's our wonderful egg tarts. We're going to be sticking these in a 350-degree preheated oven for about 25 to 30 minutes. I'm definitely going to start checking them at like the 20-minute mark or so. So I'll just going to keep a close eye on these because the the phyllo dough is awfully thin, so you just want to make sure it doesn't overcook. But yeah, we're going to be sticking these in the 350-degree oven. Then we can have egg tarts. Ooh, nom, 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 nom. And here's our wonderful egg tarts. I pulled them out of the oven and they took about half an hour to bake. And I checked them frequently just to make sure they were doing okay. But yeah, they took about a half an hour to bake. They look so, so good. Oh, I can't wait to try them. Ooh, nom, 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 nom. And here's our wonderful egg tarts. We get to try it. They're really nice and cooled off right now. They've been cooling off for quite a while, but they just look so, so good. And they look so just crunchy, and they look really beautiful. That was really a wonderful technique that we used for the phyllo crust, and it's really nice. I'll try to pick it up very, very careful, but it got really nice and crispy, and they came out really, really perfectly. So, and now it's the exciting part. We get to try our egg tart now. Oh, it's super exciting. Oh, nom, 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 nom. Here's a little bit better look at the inside of our egg tart. That's what the filling looks like. I forgot to show the cross section. It just looks super, super pretty. But now it's excited for me. Get to try it. Ooh, nom, nom. Now it's excited for me. Get to try egg tart. Hard work we did. It wasn't that bad. It just took a little bit longer than I thought. But it's okay. But here's our wonderful egg tart. I just sliced it in half. I just thought we could look at it. The cross is kind of falling over. But look how nicely phyllo dough did. It's really, really nice and crunchy. And it's really thin and delicate. And then here's the like the custard side. It's just super, super delicious. But now it's exciting for me. Get to taste it. It's the tasting time. Excuse me. I'm getting verklempt. Here we go. Oh, I dropped it. Okay, here we go. It's a nice big bite. Cheers. Whoop. Come on, this is gonna be a big bite. Oh. Okay. We made egg tart party. It's super, super delicious. Oh my goodness, it's just so creamy, and it has a nice little bit of sweetness. It's the perfect amount of sweetness for me, but if you prefer things on the little bit sweeter side, then maybe add just a little bit more sugar than I did, but it's just super, super delicious, and they're just so light and refreshing, and that phyllo dough got really nice and crunchy, and it's really thin and crispy, and it just has so much flavor to it. It's super, super delicious, even though it was just a few simple ingredients, but that was so amazing. It was such a wonderful start of our egg tart making journey. It's just super, super delicious. And yeah, like I said, we'll be making more egg tarts in the future. We'll try the different pie crust methods and stuff. It's super, super delicious. But thanks so much for joining me today. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. And I hope you all have wonderful, delicious egg tarts. Seriously, these are just so good. So, so delicious. Super tasty. But yeah, join me next time on the next adventure. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. And if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help the channel out. I'm just so thankful to you all. Thank you all so much for all of you who have already liked and subscribed. It just means super, super much. So thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. I love you all. But yeah, join me next time on the next adventure. I love you all. See you next time on the next adventure, and have fun today. Have a wonderful day. Bye. Hi to you. Bye. Who made egg tarts? Nummy num num num. We made egg tarts. Nummy num num num. They're so delicious. Nummy num num num. And there's already two missing. Ooh, I wonder who ate those. Ooh, num 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 num. And the egg tarts. Ooh, num 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 num.